We begin with disappointing news. Former Springbok hooker Chiliboy Ralepelle has been banned from rugby for 8 years. The South African Institute for Drug-Free Sport has just announced its decision on Ralepelle after a hearing that was held over a period of 6 months. The hooker tested positive for the banned anabolic steroid Zeranol, if I can put my tongue back in and out of competition testing in January 2019. Ralepelle then challenged the positive result but was found guilty by an independent doping tribunal. SA Institute of Drug-Free Sport say that this is his third doping offense after he was tested in a random check at the Sharks. He has 21 days to appeal. Now, to get some reaction on this breaking news story, we are now joined via Skype by the CEO of SA Institute for Drug-Free Sport, Khalik Galant. Khalik, welcome to eNCA. In your release, you mentioned that the matter dragged on and was decided over 6 months. Why was that?
Good afternoon. Yeah, the matter didn't drag on in terms of it was a complicated case. And the athlete had quite a big entourage of legal counsel. He had about 3 or 4 lawyers with a senior counsel. And they provided different scenarios of evidence for mitigation in terms of their version of the story, why he should be declared innocent of a doping offense. And that takes time to call the witnesses, to verify the information, and that's the reason why the case dragged on for about 6 months.
Is it common practice that an independent tribunal gets to decide on this case, or was that requested by his legal team?
No, it's common practice. All the doping cases are heard by an independent tribunal. We are the prosecutors in the case, so obviously we cannot be judge and prosecutor, so it's an independent tribunal that adjudicates the decision, the hearing.
So you mentioned that it was his third doping offense. I mean, is that why he was randomly selected for that out-of-competition test at the Sharks?
If I recall correctly, the test in January 2019 was a test of about 6 athletes at the Sharks training camp. So it was normal in part of the testing, the preseason testing for Super Rugby.
So he has 21 days from now to appeal the 8-year ban. If it's upheld, what exactly are the details of that? I mean, what can he and what can he not do in terms of rugby? I presume that his career would be over. He's 33 now. Will that cover him not being able to get involved in rugby at all?
Well, I don't know about his career being over. That's up to the athlete. Sanction, the ban expires in 2027. During the period of the ban, he cannot coach, he cannot be an administrator, he cannot be involved in any form of rugby administration or coaching. And whether he goes from rugby to another sport, he's also banned. So he cannot decide, oh, I'm banned in rugby, let me go try my hand at maybe shot put or mixed martial arts or EFC or boxing. He's banned from all competitive sport.
Now, there was another outstanding case involving another Springbok winger, Apiwe Janji. When can we expect the decision on that?
Well, the case hasn't been set down for a hearing. We've been a bit delayed due to the lockdown. And we're talking to the Athletes Council. We're looking to have a set down date by August, September. And we have to look at the options of whether it would be viable to have the in-person hearing as we traditionally do, or have a virtual hearing using Zoom or some other form of video conferencing.
And how long do you anticipate that one to go for? Because we've just seen now with Chiliboy taking 6 months.
It's very difficult to predict. Each case is treated on its merits, and it depends on the evidence and the defense that the athlete mount during the case.
Well, thank you very much. That was South African Institute for Drug-Free Sport CEO Khalik Galant.